Hey guys, welcome back to the Youth Podcast,
Yeah.
episode 3. And we're excited to be back. So, just like we did last week, I have a would you rather question for us,
Okay.
John. And
Let's do
we'll,
it.
we'll go from there. So, would you rather be swallowed by a giant fish or thrown in a blazing furnace?
Okay, so are you asking would I rather be Jonah or Daniel? I would say Jonah. I mean, my name is already close enough to Jonah. Because I've experienced really hot heat when I was in the army. I was in Kuwait for a year, and it was just like unbearable. So I feel like at least with a fish, like, you might be able to find food. There might be a bit more space in there. That no, actually, there's less space, but it won't be as
Yeah.
hot and
Yeah.
uncomfortable. So it might be very
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say I would rather be swallowed by a fish. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Neither one of them are going to be a good option.
Yeah.
I mean, sitting in a fish or the question though I have for myself as I think about it is, am I burning alive, or is this like Shadrach, Meshach, and
Yeah.
Abednego where I'm chilling in there with Jesus? So,
Yeah, I think it'd be either like Jonah or Daniel.
okay. I think I would go with the fish.
Yeah.
I think, and this is a weird reason, I think it would be, I've always like wondered like what is it like inside the belly of
Yeah.
the fish that swallowed Jonah? Like,
I mean, you might be able to find a lot of different fish inside there and the things that
yeah.
they eat. So, I mean, that might be kind of cool
Yeah.
if you're into that thing.
Is it like
so.
Monstro and Pinocchio where they're just
Yeah.
chilling inside his belly and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a whole bunch of room, or are they like squished tight
depends
in
on the
his
size of the
stomach?
fish, too,
And
so. Yeah. Obviously, it would be bigger than us, but I mean, there's a lot of variables.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So come out a lot stinkier though, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah.
So, but
yeah.
yeah, and then like being spat up on shore, that would be a weird experience. I think you
Yeah.
get more out of being swallowed by the fish.
I just imagine if it were like spit you up on the shore, it's like those blob at camp. Like, do you just like shoot up in the air, or does the fish go on the shore and it's like more like and
Yeah.
just roll out? So I'm curious because if it's that powerful enough to swallow us, maybe it can like shoot us out. I don't know.
Yeah. So they got like a blowhole and you just go pew, and
Dude,
it launches you
that would
onto the
be
shore.
really cool. Through the blowhole, yeah. It's settled. That
Yeah.
is way more exciting.
Yep,
yeah.
way more exciting because you kind of have to climb out of a fiery furnace, and
Right, I know. And who knows how deep it's going to be in. So
Yeah.
at least with the fish, like, okay, you're not going to get sunburned, you're not going to get burned, and you could get shot
Well,
out of a blowhole.
there's stomach acid, so that would probably burn your
Yeah.
skin. But yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Well, we just had a good Sunday, and we talked about a couple different things. So, did you want to give us just a brief recap of what you guys talked about in high school,
Yeah.
and then what is like a challenge or something that your students can do, or the families of your students can do in response to what you guys kind of talked about?
Yeah, so we're continuing our series. We're going to be in the book of Luke for the next several weeks. And so what we talked about, how Jesus had unveiled like his ministry. And so something super cool. So we're in Luke chapter 4, and Jesus basically opens up the scroll and says, hey, this is talking about me. And so what we are really focusing on here was in Luke 4:18 through 19. It says, the Spirit of the Lord is on me because he has anointed me to proclaim the good news to the poor. He sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. So there's a lot of cool things in that passage here. And so what I'd really encourage the families to think about would be two things here. So the fact that Jesus has come to give us recovery of sight. So he's not talking about like physical blindness. And of course, Jesus can heal those who are blind. It's mainly referring to he's giving us eyes to see who he really is, that salvation is near, and that Jesus has come to bring salvation to us. And so just really encourage families and students that we might be blind to a lot of things in life, and God is the one that has restored our sight. So we want to make sure that our hearts don't grow hard to where we become blind to the needs of others, blind to our own sin, blind to, say, our own stubbornness, or whatever the case may be, to know that he is the one that gives us sight to see things for the way that they really are. And the second thing, it would just be more of an encouragement. So in verse 19, it talks about the year of the Lord's favor. And so this is really alluding to, in the Old Testament, the year of Jubilee. And so in the year of Jubilee, every 50 years, those who were enslaved or kicked out of their house or had any kind of debt, it was canceled. And so you would wait for these 50 years. But because of Jesus, we're in a perpetual year of Jubilee. So that means forgiveness and all these things is every day it's near. And so we can truly appreciate the salvation that Christ has given us because we are now living in the year of the Lord's favor. And we're not talking about money or possessions or anything like that, but the favor of God's salvation, his grace and kindness towards us. We can experience that every moment of every day, and that is a beautiful, amazing thing. So just an encouragement to know that the time that we are living now, we have access to God every moment of every day. So we want to take advantage of those moments.
Yeah, well, that's really awesome. In junior high, we ended up doing our second week on Summer in the Psalms. So we are reading through some Psalms, and this week was Psalm 23. And kind of some of the things we talked about, I'll read verses 1 through 3 here. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. And we just kind of talked about like how busy our lives can get, right? Like you've got school, you've got sports, you've got homework, you've got after school activities. I know some of our students, you guys are just like your calendars are booked and there's no free space.
Yeah.
You guys are busy, and sometimes it's hard to find time to just be still, to spend some time with God. And one of the things we talked about is that Psalm 23 is that reminder to just kind of slow down and spend time with God. And so I really want to encourage you guys, so students and parents and families all together, I would encourage you guys read through the Psalm 23 together, or read through it on your own if you're just doing it by yourself, and look at the things that our shepherd is providing for us. And remember that we need to take time to slow down, to spend time with God, so that, we're not trying to do everything on our own, because when we try to provide for ourselves, when we try to do everything on our own, we get burnt out, we get exhausted, and we need to find rest in our shepherd. He's the one that provides everything for us. He takes care of us. He protects us. So rely on our shepherd and stay close to him. So just think about that, pray about that together as you guys read through the text, and then just talk about it. Talk about what stood out to you. Talk about maybe some of the things you as a family or you as an individual need to start doing in order to be close to your shepherd and find that rest in him.
Yeah.
So
when you're reading that verse, I was reminding myself when you said, he leads me beside still waters. And I'm thinking about the lives of most of our students. Like, there's not a lot of still things, right? There's a lot of noise from the world.
It's like the river rapids. That's what I think when I think of their lives.
Which I've never had the desire to do that, because it's crazy. You're going down this river and it's just really tumultuous, and you can get kicked off and stuff.
Tumultuous, that's a big word.
It's just cool to think that as the rivers of life go, and as chaotic as life can be, and the storms and those things like that, Jesus is not only the one that can calm the storm, like we've seen that he did in the New Testament when they were on the boat, but two, he's the one that actually leads us beside. So it shows he's in control of all things. He's in control of the sea, and he can guide us. And so it's just a cool reminder that we can't be led beside the still water on our own, because Jesus stills the water and he's with us. So
and it's an important reminder too that like God has what we need. Like the sheep have to drink still water. Like they can't, like sheep guys, they're dumb. They'll literally walk into water and drown, or they'll fall off cliffs without their shepherd. So they need their shepherd. Otherwise they've been known to like graze a field and then continue grazing it till there's nothing left. And they don't move to where there's fresh food. They stay there and then they starve. So we are just like sheep in that sense too, and we need our Heavenly Father, our shepherd, to provide for us, to take us to those things that we need, and he knows what we need way more than what we do. So that's why we rely on him so much.
Kind of a random question. You mentioned still water. It's like, imagine drinking from a fire hose. Like, your face will get cut up, because that's like really powerful. But drinking from like a regular hose is like, it's a bit easier, right? You're not getting messed up. So random question, but what's your favorite flavored hose water? because you have like
Flavored hose
yeah,
water? What
there's
do you
like the
mean
green
flavored?
hose, you have
Oh,
like the
okay.
black hose, and they have like there's different kinds of hoses, and it's like there's like different flavors.
Maybe you guys can educate me on this. I've only had one hose that I drank from, and it all tasted the same to me. So I don't know.
Because
I guess it would be green hose, is what I would
yeah,
say.
that's what I would think because I have like a black hose in my backyard, and then I also have one where it like
It
contracts.
expands and
Yeah, and you
yeah.
turn it on, and that just I wouldn't want to drink out of that. So I feel like a green hose, the one that you cut off the end, is like I remember that as a kid. So yeah,
All
Psalm
right.
23.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, speaking of hoses,
yeah,
no, I couldn't think of a creative
yeah.
transition there, but we did uh, hose some families with some awesome
Oh,
music.
that was
That
great.
was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Sorry. But we had our family worship night on Friday. And yeah, I want to know, just tell us a little about what happened and then what's like a highlight for you
Yeah.
for that night.
So this is the first time that we've done that, and we realized after what just before Promotion Sunday, which we talked about on our first podcast, when we have the sixth graders go to seventh, and then the eighth graders go to ninth. We have a lot of new faces, and so we really wanted to try to meet and connect with as many families as possible. So we thought, okay, what better way to start the summer, especially before camp, than have a time of worship and prayer? And so I think God had kind of put this on our heart, but we weren't sure exactly what it was going to look like. So we prepared, we prayed, we had ideas. Our amazing youth band did a ton of practice,
Mm-hmm.
and so when the night came, it was like, okay, I just want to pray with families. I want to meet dads. I want to meet moms. I want to meet kids, and just come together and pray. And so we had an amazing time of worship, and after that, we had dads pray with dads, moms pray with moms, kids pray with the kids, and after that, we encouraged, hey, find a family and go pray with another family. And so in that sense, we had moms, dads, kids prayed for another family with moms, dads, kids. And what was even amazing too, we had grandparents come, we had
Mm-hmm.
single parents come, we had married parents come, and we're all in this together. And I
Yeah,
would say one of
siblings and young
siblings, we
kids.
had like 3, 4, 5 year olds, and I think that was kind of one of my favorite moments where we're praying, and you see like the little kids in the middle playing with toys and getting the room messy, and I was like, man, that's what life is about. Like life is
Yeah.
messy. Like trying to raise a family, you have a family, you're trying to do a devotional and all these things, and you have like you got a little sibling or a little child like knocking
Yeah.
stuff over and like spilling the orange juice. But that's how life is. And I think to see God in those moments and know there's not like gonna be a perfect moment. We can't have perfect stillness with perfect kids and perfect parents and these perfect prayer. Like life is messy, and I think it's
Mm-hmm.
amazing to see God show up, and it was just an amazing time of prayer and unity. And I think we ended at like 8:30, but the last person didn't leave till like 9:15. It's like
Yeah.
no one wanted to leave,
Yeah.
so we
They're
had
hanging
like
out, having a good time.
3 hours of fellowship, and we also had food. And so one of the things that I always love about Jesus is he would always have meals with people. There's just something super important about eating together and like slowing down and taking the time. And yeah, we had dinner time was about an hour, and it was just incredible time. We just had food, worship, prayer. Like can't ask for anything more. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it was great. I got to be a part of the youth band, and they worked so hard. They practiced because we're also using very similar songs for camp, which is coming up in 2 weeks, and they have just been practicing every other week on top of doing normal worship. And so, great job, youth
mm,
band! You guys killed it. And it was really cool getting to look out. The girls came up with some hand movements for the song Alleluia,
mm,
and I it's a song that you're dancing and you're having a good time
mm.
to, and I'm looking out and everybody's going like this as they sing
Yeah,
Alleluia. Even
yeah,
I saw the guys in the sound booth, they were doing it. I
yeah,
saw the parents,
yeah.
all the grandparents, even the young kids, they were just all going, and it's just such a cool thing to see. um, People let their guards
Mm,
down and genuinely worship God and say, like, I don't care what I look like to
mm.
other people. I don't care if this is embarrassing or if this is looking silly. What I care about is honoring and
Yeah,
glorifying
yeah,
God and making a joyful noise for him, because that's what worship is about.
yeah.
It's it's not for us, and we benefit from it for sure. But worship is for God. And
Yeah.
I left there and I was just like, God, I really hope that you enjoyed that. And like, we tried to lift up a joyful noise to you,
Yeah.
but it was just beautiful. So thank you guys for coming out,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll do another one soon.
Yeah,
I
we
think it'll
will.
be fun.
Not sure when, but we're really looking forward to it and just kind of seeing how God can grow just families worshiping together. Yeah.
Yeah. We also got late night coming up this Wednesday. Just a
Yep.
quick teaser as to what you might be doing with high school.
Bring
this
clothes
Wednesday.
that you don't mind getting dirty. That's it.
Okay. All right. Nothing else. That's it. Just dirty clothes. Not dirty clothes. Bring clothes that can get dirty.
Correct. And then you'll find out if you show up.
For junior high, we are going to be doing an outside activity.
Talking code.
Talking
code.
I gotta think of what a code would be.
It's outside.
Yeah, it's outside, and it's red and orange.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, red and
Yeah,
orange. That's
yeah.
what I'll leave you with.
Yeah. Ketchup and oranges.
Yep,
Done.
Yep. Well, I don't know if that's what it is.
I
But
mean,
we'll see.
red and oranges are the only thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
I guess strawberries and oranges.
Maybe. We'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
It might not have anything to do with any food at all.
But it is red and orange.
Yeah.
So, but you never know. How would they know unless they show up?
Yeah. So show up on
We
Wednesday.
we can't let the people in on all the secrets.
All right. And then we've got camp coming up in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
July 10th through 12th. We're super excited about it. Last time we gave the folks a favorite camp story or moment.
Yeah.
So why don't we just do a quick one more, maybe not your favorite, but
Okay. So like the top
another
three.
one. Yeah.
Top five.
Mhm.
Okay. There's so many. I would say one of my favorites is not this past winter camp because I've gone to about 12. You've gone about double, so they do start to blend in. But it was around a year and a half ago. It was about midnight, and then we have different high school guys' cabins, and then I heard like a joyful noise coming into another cabin. I'm like, I gotta see what's going on, and they're doing like karaoke at like 12:30. And I was like, okay, I'll do karaoke. And then it's like 30, 40 minutes. We were doing karaoke to like old songs and worship songs and just different things they would come up with. And so it was just a cool bonding experience. And like a lot of the kids were like, Papa John, I didn't know you can sing. I'm like, I can't sing. I could sing, but just not well. And so it was just cool because no one cared about how it sounded and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's just a cool time of camaraderie and bonding.
Yeah.
And yeah, it went on for like 30, 40 minutes. And after that, we just hung out and talked. And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, it was like 1 to 1:30 in the morning. And that's like way past my bedtime. But it was cool to stay up to have that a bonding experience because a lot of people got involved. It was a ton of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to walk in on that, participate in that too.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When you walk in a room thinking boys are listening to some music and it's going to be something crazy or weird, and then they start playing worship songs and
Yeah.
singing it together.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a beautiful
Yeah.
moment. So, well, you shared a fun one last time, and I shared a more serious one last time. Now yours was a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a silly one. So, one of my co-leaders, I'll leave this person unnamed, used to do water guns. They would bring water guns to church, to camp, and they would say, "Hey, we filled these up in the toilet," and they would go around
Yeah.
squirting the kids. And they didn't really actually do that. They just said that they
At least
did.
that's what they say.
And the kids
but
would be
you never
like,
know.
"Ew, don't
Yeah.
shoot us." So I was like, "Oh, like this is fun. I want to try that." So one
Wait,
year,
try putting it in the toilet or shooting kids?
just saying that
Oh,
I
okay,
did.
okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure we're
So
clear.
one year I was like, "Oh yeah, like this is toilet water, guys. I filled it up in the toilet." And I'm squirting the kids and they're like, "Ew." Well, I accidentally squirt one of the kids in the face. And I feel so bad. And I regret to this day saying that I filled that water gun with toilet water, because this kid that got squirt in the face, it got in his mouth,
Yeah.
immediately proceeded to vomit all
Oh
over
my
the floor.
gosh. Oh wow.
And this was when we used to do
Man.
like service projects. So
Yeah.
we're literally cleaning up, I think it was like a church or something
Oh,
like that. Like
man.
we're helping clean this place
Yeah.
that we're at. And I squirted the kid in the
So much
face
for
with a
cleaning,
water gun
right?
and puke everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
So thankfully we had
Wow.
hoses and we could wash it away, and it was outside. But yeah, stuff
mean,
like that happens at camp too.
That hose, I'm telling you, those green hoses can be so powerful, not only for tasting not bad, but for cleaning up junior high boys' throw ups.
Yeah.
Wow.
So show up to camp. It's going to be fun. We've got 75 kids
Wear
going, maybe more.
goggles or one of those masks so that way you don't get sprayed with toilet water.
Don't worry. There may or may not be toilet water squirt guns, but we'll find out.
Yeah,
You'll have
yeah.
to show up for that. So
Yeah.
we're excited for that. And well, thanks for joining us for our 3rd episode. We hope
Yeah.
to see you guys next week, and join us on Wednesday night for late nights, and then we'll see you on
See you
Sunday.
guys in. See you then. Take care.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.